So generally, I take the role of going through the plot in a haphazard way.
And then I just interject occasionally.
But I have a new tradition of when we have a guest, I force them to do it instead. So plot summary, 15 minutes.
You could probably be the best at it, even though I've seen it. Yeah, even though I saw it a few hours ago, like you've seen it more times.
I mean, what's crazy is that like as many times as I've seen this movie, this happens to me with all movies. I forget key details. One of the fun things about me is if you ever watch a movie with me, I'm always like, oh my God, I forgot this happens. And it's like something big, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Movies I've seen 1,000 times. I just rewatched A Knight's Tale with my friends, and like I've seen that movie maybe more than any other movie in my life because I don't know. I guess my TV was stuck on TNT for 15 years. But like even then, I was like, oh my God, I forgot about it.
TNT. That might have been where I saw this movie.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
It may not have been TBS.
So Empire Strikes Back starts on Hoth, the snow planet.
A long time ago.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And he, the rebel base is there, and the Empire comes to attack.
Yep.
Big battle.
They find him. Yep. They found him.
The dead speak.
And it told them. It told them that they were on the Hoth planet.
And so they have like Luke.
It did.
Luke, what is Luke going out to do? Find snowberries or something? I don't remember.
He was doing
something.
It was some asteroid or impact that he was.
Oh yeah, he was like investigating stuff, right?
He finished up something, and he was like, "I'm gonna go find that."
He's investigating the anomaly of like the probe droids, right?
Yeah,
and then like he gets lost in the snowstorm, and attacked by are they called Wampas? I think they're called something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And
the big old snowman.
Abominable snowman.
The abominable snowman, yeah.
The abdominal snowman. And
very buff. Very, very buff.
Never skip crunch day.
Then they send Han out to find him.
No.
Han basically forcefully goes out.
Everybody was pretty just kind of like whatever about Luke not showing up.
Yeah.
And I think Han was also looking for a reason to stay because he liked Leia, but he wouldn't say it.
That was where that's where he was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go do bounty hunter stuff."
Yeah, they're go find this guy since y'all won't.
Their fight in the ice cave where he's like them two together. There's a really good deleted scene of them two, where I think they kiss in the original cut of the movie.
Luke in the Wampa?
No, yeah.
In the ice cave.
No, ice caves, man.
Luke and Han
cozy in there. Han and Leia, they have their argument at the rebel base.
They do not kiss.
They don't kiss. I think I might be wrong about that. See, here I go talking out of my ass on a podcast. But I think
it's okay. I do it every time.
A deleted scene. I think there's a deleted scene where they kiss for the first time there. He like forcefully like kisses her, and she's like
without her consent,
and then
like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman.
like the gentleman he is, but like
just say you love me. I know you do.
That's his whole vibe. Just say you love me. I know you do.
Yeah. That is his whole vibe.
And
sure
then
there's a tattoo of that somewhere on him.
Okay, so the Empire attacks. There's an incredible battle sequence that is like
very cool.
It's
very,
so
very
cool.
Good.
The snow speeders are like one of my favorite spaceships of all time. Sorry,
we see Luke using his brain again. He's not just a handsome face.
You get to be a part of it for Star Tours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's one of the scenes for Star Tours.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you can go to all the planets.
Where they tie up the feet.
So remind me what happens directly after. There's the battle, and then what happens directly after that? They're forced to leave, right?
Because they're taking off.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we can't find Luke or Han now, and they're like, well, that kind of sucks because we gotta go.
That's right. So the battle happens, and then
no, wait, Han.
They come back. They come back with Luke because then Luke flies the snowspeeder out. And like he has the whole cool moment where he shoots his little Batman utility belt up onto the,
and then they all just
throws onto the guy.
Yeah, he lightsabers in, throws a bomb in.
That's
right. It's real cool. But what happens immediately after the battle?
Nobody knows to this day.
Nobody has ever known in their lives.
I'm pretty sure it's
this is why you don't get me to do this.
It just cuts to the next scene.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't immediately go.
This is such
hang
good
out with Lando.
podcasting. Such good audio content.
I think it
You
goes
watched
to,
this earlier,
Yeah, I
Jarvis.
know, I
What's
think
your
it goes
excuse?
to Vader yelling at somebody about finding something.
I'm
The
letting-
classic Vader.
If you guys are going to put me on the spotlight, I didn't even know I was going to be on a podcast, and now I have to look up the synopsis.
Dagobah.
No, that's fine.
Dagobah. That happens.
Yeah, but how does
Yeah,
he
but
get
not
to Dagobah?
immediately. With his
and his
TIE
X-Wing.
fighter. Yeah, X-Wing.
Yeah. But why does he go to Dagobah?
Because he's trying to meet Yoda.
He was being called to it.
Yeah, he was literally when he was on Hoth. When Han found him, he was talking nonsense.
Yeah.
About it. Dagobah, Yoda, I need to go to Dagobah.
Is that real?
Because of Force
That is
Ghosts or
real.
something, yeah.
This is crazy that I don't remember some of these details. This is nuts.
One of the best movies ever written. Hunter's words 5 minutes ago. Go back to it.
I'm telling you,
Timestamp it in the
I'm
comments. Timestamp it in the comments.
I don't remember what I had for lunch today. I don't know how you expect me.
But laser sword, go from.
The laser sword go. Vroom, vroom.
It does.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay.
What do Wampas?
Oh my God.
Go?
Okay.
Chomp chomp on the tauntauns.
This is too much to read.
Hey, during this little intermission here, while Hunter figures out how to do my job,
Not so easy, is
why,
it?
why don't you hit that subscribe button down there? Hit a like.
Yeah, man. It would
Put a
help
little
us out.
kissy emoji in the comments for Hunter.
Tell
because
us
you
about
love
that
him.
deleted scene with Luke and the Wampa.
Go find it.
Yeah,
Go find it. And if
Yeah,
it
send
doesn't
us a link.
exist, film it for me because I would like to see more kissing.
Yeah. The thing that I think this fan base is missing is an actually
Producer agrees.
very lewd knockoff sex film called Star Whores.
Oh wow.
I think that would
If
go
that
really
existed,
well.
the fandom would be cured and everybody would come together and everything would be
And
fine.
the one rule about it is that it has to involve as many aliens as it does human characters and no women. So just the guys
And the
Wampa.
and the snow. Yeah.
Okay.
And the snow
So
monsters.
it literally, It literally, the attack happens. Luke is told by Obi-Wan to go to Dagobah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he has like
Force
Obi-Wan's
Ghost.
like speaking to him, saying go to Dagobah, find Master Yoda.
Tell them our theory on that.
What do you mean the theory on that?
That Obi-Wan, he didn't die.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just chilling.
Yeah, it's that Obi-Wan's Force Ghost is just a projection like Luke's in The Last Jedi, and he's just hanging out at home,
He's
like
just hanging
playing
out.
Fortnite.
He's just watching.
Wait, you're saying that Obi-Wan did a Tupac?
well, because
Obi-Wan did a Biggie?
No, because you think about it. Every time we see somebody die from lightsaber, they don't just disappear into nothing.
Well, I have a whole take on this too. We're not going to do it right now, but I have a whole take on this.
Obi-Wan's alive. He's at home chilling.
I have a lore take on this that I'm sure Dave Filoni would be like, that's not correct, but who cares?
We'll ask him.
We'll ask him when he's on the pod. Okay, so like the Empire attacks, the rebels have to flee. Leia, Han, Chewbacca, C-3PO all get on the Millennium Falcon. The hyperdrive malfunctions, so they can't make it all the way out.
Yeah.
But they hide in the asteroid field.
Yes.
And then Luke is like, well, if we're evacuating, I guess I'm going to Dagobah. Let's see what the fuck is up at Dagobah. And then he goes to Dagobah with R2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then this is where Yoda starts to train him.
Best character in the entire series.
Love Yoda so much. Frank Oz, the king, that's Miss Piggy right there.
Yeah.
That's Miss Piggy.
And the thing I love about
You didn't know
Yoda.
this? Yeah, that's
Oh,
Miss
yeah,
Piggy.
yeah.
Yoda is Miss Piggy.
The thing I love about Yoda is that Luke shows up, crashes basically, and goes, I need to find Yoda. And Yoda, not revealing who he is like, you should come inside, have some dinner, relax, and hang out. And Luke's like, I have to find this guy. I can't be held up. It's important. It's serious. And he's like, it's probably dinner time for Yoda too, okay? So let's eat, and then you can find him after.
Luke's really not that great at knowing who he's looking for is right in front of him, because that happened with Obi-Wan's mom.
It did.
He was like, "Hey man, I'm looking for this guy. Have you seen him?"
I don't know. I haven't heard of him for a long time. Oh, is
same
it
thing
because
with
he's
Yoda.
dead? No, he's right here.
Same with you. I'm
So-
looking for a Jedi master here. Well, it's not me. Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Jedi, I'm sorry. So the reason I'm forgetting what happens in this movie is because when you break it down to plot, it's surprisingly light, actually.
Yeah, it's just
it's
skips
like
between the
literally
scenes.
it's switching between these two things where like basically they get hit like billiard balls at the attack, and then like it's all Luke learning these spiritual lessons from Yoda on Dagobah as he's training him. Luke's faith is being tested. Yoda is teaching him to resist the dark side, to resist anger and fear and all of this. And then Han and Leia are like bobbing and weaving Boba Fett and the rest of the bounty hunters that Vader sends to go find the Millennium Falcon. And then eventually they make it to Bespin, where Lando Calrissian is like, I don't know, the governor or something. Like
He won it in a
basically-
bet.
Yeah. He wins. Lando Calrissian wins everything
love-
in a bet. Do you
yeah.
like my cape? I won it in a bet. Like that's
Dude, I
his
love
whole
that.
vibe.
I love that his name literally is spelled with Riz in it.
It's oh my god.
He's
He
so
had it from the
smooth.
beginning.
What a handsome dude.
I'm
Yeah.
not online enough for this. I'm not online enough to talk about Riz.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's literally the middle of his name.
It is. It's true. And then like it's Han and Leia on Bespin.
Yeah.
Luke finds out they're in trouble. Is like, I gotta go, and Yoda's like, you could, or you could keep training and become stronger. And
Yeah.
Luke's like, no, those are my friends. I gotta go. And then Yoda's like, nice.
Yeah, good choice, brother.
Good choice. That was reverse
You passed.
psychology. Yeah.
You pass.
You passed.
The supreme power. of-
Enjoy the Force.
basically, Yoda spends all of the original trilogy telling people not to do things, and then they do them anyway. That he's like, if I tell somebody to not do something, they're gonna do it, and that's what happens in Empire, and that's called character growth.
After Luke passed the test, I think Yoda awarded him with a 1-year premium subscription to the Force.
Yeah.
After that,
Yeah, because he just had it from there on
Force
out.
XM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And during
I heard they gave Conan his own channel. That's a really niche joke. If somebody's gonna, yeah.
well, and Vader's there. He got there before Luke, Leia, and Han and our crew.
At Bespin.
To
you mean?
yes,
Yeah.
and basically said, turn them over as soon as they get here, or you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what they did, because Darth Vader's not to be messed with. I like that he's actually a menacing villain. I don't know that I would say he's as menacing as I felt Thanos was, but he is. Like, when he's there, you know that like it's bad news for our heroes.
You just don't know what his motives are at the moment.
Yeah, and
So you don't know what you know that he's like a menacing figure that's very powerful, but you don't really know like what he's for.
I think this is such an interesting discussion, actually, like about Vader as a villain, because he is like kind of the platonic idea in pop culture of a villain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we get to Avengers Infinity War, and like suddenly Thanos is like the new, I mean, like alongside Vader.
Yeah.
You can just name drop Thanos and everybody's like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
That's
Except
the snap
Thanos
guy.
was an agent of his own, and Darth Vader is a sock puppet.
And like that's
He
true.
is.
It's true, but like
we've got to create with Darth Vader's at the sock.
we gotta I think what's so interesting about, like, we're talking about a difference in cinematic language, not to get too uppity, but like Vader is this kind of looming force who is mysterious, and we don't know a lot about him, and that's kind of where the power lies in Vader as an icon, right? Like,
Well, we know that he can block blasters with his hands.
yeah,
using
well,
the- we know that much.
I mean, there's like the Force choke moment in A New Hope, which is so where you're like, oh my god, whoa,
Dude,
like,
he literally force choked that guy through the phone.
yeah,
Through
Which was
through
pretty
the
cool.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
yes, exactly.
So that's even
So,
even
like,
crazier.
You see these glimpses of his power, but like, you know, we talk about this a lot in pop culture now, where people the grand debate is always out there, like who's the greatest villain of all time, and
It's obviously Eisen from Bleach.
I've seen. Oh man, you have veered into a zone that I know nothing about. Please, educate me. Like it's very interesting that we have this discussion about like Thanos, Vader. I mean, and I don't think I don't want to create a straw man or anything, but like what's so interesting about Vader is his mystique. You do not know what his deal is.
It's why the prequels are so interesting.
And the prequels are interesting because like you get this backstory, and some people say it deflates the original trilogy. I completely disagree. I kind of take the three trilogies kind of on their own merit anyway. I mean, they're thematically linked, but they're so stylistically different anyway. And then like with Thanos, Infinity War is a Thanos movie. He's essentially the protagonist of that film. And like he is scary because you spend so much time with him.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know. I think about this a lot. Like when I rewatch Star Wars, I have grown up in a world where Vader was like, kids around me loved Vader.
Yeah.
They were like into Vader. That's my favorite Star Wars character. I don't think anybody feels that way about Thanos. I don't think anybody's like, my favorite Marvel character is Thanos. You guys know somebody whose favorite Marvel character is Thanos?
He's my favorite villain for sure. But
Okay,
There's
well,
a few- yeah,
it's
there-
that's a
different.
different thing.
There's
It's
people out
different.
there.
I'm sure there's somebody.
And then when you get
I'm
into
sure
the
there's somebody.
comics, he's
Yeah,
even
yeah.
more cool. So
But like, I think, where was I going with all that? I only bring that up because Thanos got mentioned, but like, it is such an interesting power to this movie that Vader is like this looming force. And what's crazy in retrospect is like when you get to the end of the movie, the movie really does feel like it's like we're charging him for the big moment at the end. Like he is here, but he's not doing a lot, and he's like scary, but he's not doing a lot, and you're almost like, if you didn't know any better, what is Vader doing in this movie other than just being like the force pushing everything towards our heroes? But like he really is like lying in wait until he can come up and like have his big moment at the end,
Yeah.
which is
Are
so
you
cool.
ready for another weird analogy?
Yeah, sure.
Darth Vader is just a figurehead for the characters for Luke specifically to have growth and development as
Yeah,
a
of
person.
course.
Much like Fire Lord Ozai
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
just a big bad guy
but like
who wants to
Avatar-
take over everything.
Avatar is Star Wars. Like
Yeah.
Avatar is doing what Star Wars was doing, and it's one of like
But much better. I love Avatar so much.
it's great. It's really great.
I love Avatar.
Star Wars
we're gonna-
walked
we're gonna
so
do that,
Avatar could run.
So we're gonna do that on full-time TV fans.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
We have
That
to.
would be fun.
And maybe subscribe to my full-time OnlyFans.
We'll put the link in the description.
Okay.
That took a turn that you weren't expecting, didn't it?
Well, I am here to support everybody's money-making endeavors. I think
You'll get to see Michael's lightsaber,
Yeah, it's right up there.
and you don't even have to subscribe for it.
is this. So do I just like show myself out, or
No.
No,
Okay.
but I
Okay, I'm diving through the window.
but I think that they did a good job with Vader making him menacing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I meant when I was saying with Thanos, because like when Thanos shows up, you start to feel uneasy. When Vader's around, you're just like, okay, this is really bad news for our heroes because he is strong. Like he could force choke you to death at any time. Please bring it. But he's a scary dude, and I think that they played that well because at the beginning, he literally, you know that he's in charge, but you don't know why until he literally force chokes that guy in the board meeting or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, this guy is not to be messed with. And so I think they made him properly menacing, and I like that.
So Bespin's a trap, and then
It's a trap.
the Han gets basically Vader trades Han to Boba Fett, and Han gets dipped in carbonite. We have the "I love you, I know" moment, which I love so much. I like, again, I have a take on Han that I'm saving for right now, but like we'll talk about it in a bit.
That's fine.
And and then Luke arrives and confronts Vader.
It should have definitely stayed a little bit longer with Yoda. He
For
is
sure,
not
like,
doing too hot.
He gets his ass wrecked. Like really just
Loses a hand.
loses a hand, gets told,
Gets emotionally destroyed.
like it's the most devastating reveal for him.
You killed
devastating
my
daddy
father.
reveal. Yeah. And then like
Oh,
That was the biggest
I
L
am
he's
your
taken
father.
probably in his lifetime.
and then gets
Yeah.
and then gets like
there's no way up from there.
and then gets kicked down like the longest shaft of all time.
Just to land, I guess.
And then like what I love so much about this movie, and look, we have spent probably 20 minutes saying stuff that everybody knows already, but like we end the movie with like everybody's lost. Like every single one of our characters is defeated, and now they are together, and like I can't imagine seeing it for the first time and being like,
Now what?
What do they do now? Like
First Losers Club.
Yeah.
Han is
Well, there has to be
First
another movie.
Losers, yeah. Like Han's gone. We don't know if he's coming back. I mean, in the meta, like they literally did not know if Harrison Ford was coming back for Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons they froze him. And then like I don't know. And this is something that I love in storytelling that Infinity War does also, obviously. Just this like big oh God moment. Like what do we do?
Yeah.
How do we come back from this?
It's a thing that I've noticed movies that are in like a series take from actual like television series. I'm going to say this and then everyone's going to notice it. The end of every first season of a show, highest highs. Everybody's having a great time. Everybody gets what they want. Everybody wins. The end of season 2, absolute rock bottom.
That's true.
So
Every time.
So I was going to say, I guess you could say that their new hope was lost when the Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's I'm
so sorry. My bad, guys.
I'm just trying to catch my
like and
breath.
subscribe, please.
I'm just trying to catch my breath. So
Hey. You look good over there.
Look real good.
Have you thought about sharing your kindness with others?
Share the love.
Maybe like the video. Click on that subscribe button. And show your friends.
Yeah, just touch it ever so lightly, that like button. Move over to the subscribe button. Maybe tap your keyboard just a little bit. Leave a comment. Bye.
That's it.